If I've got to see it, you've got to see it too. And in the middle of it, guys, I'm going to play you some goat yoga. Yeah, goat yoga. Yoga with goats. I'm not joking. That's actually a thing. So I'm just going to remove myself from this picture to reveal this delightful young lady. And first thing I want you to remember is, as much as that young lady was not responsible for her dressing herself like that with the flag and everything else, the young boy on the right also wasn't responsible for dressing himself like this or holding that sign. It's not these kids' fault. So if you're a parent, in the chat there, please just comment in the chat. I'm not a parent. I want you to talk in the chat about whether you do this with your own kids, whether you think it's appropriate, not only for the chap on the left, but also the young lady on the right. We're going to watch a film now. The lady on the left was at one of the Patriot marches, and the chap on the right is at one of these Palestine marches in London. So we're going to watch the film, and I'm going to make a few comments during it.
Okay, there you go. Show him your sign.
All right, let's see. Fuck off Nazis.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to elaborate?
I mean, I think he summed it up, really. Nazis are fuckers.
Okay.
Anti-Tommy Robinson, anti-division.
Hang on. Anti-division. It just called everyone on the right the word there I can't say on my YouTube channel. I don't want to comment on someone's appearance, but I'm going to, because I know you're thinking it as well. Two-tone hair, not one-tone hair, two-tone hair. It's got the nose ring, it's got the tattoos. The last time I saw dungarees was in Rod Hull and Emu's show back on ITV back in the day, whatever it was. All I'm saying is that when we go out in the street, how we look, we do get judged by that. And, you know, I'm just saying, if you're wearing something all like this and everything, people are going to think something. Obviously, got a socialist worker banner down there. Was that Smash or something down the bottom there? This woman is full on. Fair play to her, entertaining though.
Pro-Palestine. So why are you here, Roshi? What do you feel about Tommy Robinson?
What are the goggles for? Comments below. What are the goggles for? Is it going to rain? I don't know.
What are your thoughts on Tommy Robinson?
I want to eat him.
It's this abdication of responsibility that grips me, guys. Honestly, it's the, oh, yeah, this is how he is, isn't it? He's his free spirit, isn't it? The problem with not setting boundaries, we all need boundaries, we all need a direction. And I'm not a parent, 100%. So please criticize me in the comments as if I don't know what I'm talking about, because I probably don't. But surely we have to create some boundaries for children. Children don't know, do they? They don't know. You can let them explore by all means, but you've got to give them some boundaries. This woman, the way that she sort of shakes her head like, well, that's just, you know what I mean? Just watch it. Let's watch it.
I have to say, I do have sympathy for people that feel really disenfranchised, and it's fucking hard for everyone at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's the answer is not to be sucked in by this bullshit and divisionist crap.
Sure.
Yeah, and I have quite a personal viewpoint on this, having family members who are on the other side.
Sure.
I think so. There's so much division, even, and I guess
If only there was a way of not creating so much division.
I'm one of the kind of upper middle class, so you could say it's easy to hold these beliefs.
Do you think it is? Their argument would be we're the working class. We live in these communities where we see the problems. You guys say we're racist when we point them out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think there is some truth in that we're in a society where it's very difficult to point out things that people are unhappy with if it doesn't go with the what is accepted.
Political correctness, Overton window.
They call it the wokerati, and there is some truth in that, absolutely. So I have sympathy with people that hold different views and feel disenfranchised because they're not allowed to express them. But there are ways to express things in a gentle way.
Can I just point out this couple here on the right look like an average normal couple, well dressed, and they've got the stop the far right signs there. No Islamophobia, no anti-Semitism, stand up to racism there. I would be one of the people that they would be holding that sign against. A guy who spent 20 years in the military. I don't understand. It'd be great if I could have a conversation with these people. And in fact, this woman here, the problem with having a conversation with the lady that we're looking at here, unfortunately, is they have what's called a veneer argument. It's very thin, it's surface level. So once you scrape at it, there's no substance beneath it. And then, of course, you've got someone who's right and someone who's wrong. And now you're arguing with someone who's wrong and they know they're wrong, and there's no value in that. So there needs to be a method of us coming together and unifying. I've got people in my family that are very much like this woman here. And it is very difficult to communicate with them when they hate my YouTube channel, which is quite amusing in its own little way, of course, isn't it? So how, in the comments, tell me, how do we engage with people like this? How would you take that? What's your approach to doing it? I'm really interested.
That doesn't hurt other people, right?
What are you? What specifically are you concerned with in terms of harm? People damaging like mosques and that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, hate speech breeds actions of hate, right?
So to be fair though, this says fuck off Nazis. I'm sure they wouldn't consider themselves that, right?
And it's funny to her, but it does, as you said, hate speech does lead to hate actions. But it's funny to her. It's funny until the hate actions might actually hurt something that she's interested in. See what I mean? It's a veneer argument. It's surface level. They don't think through the second, third, fourth order effects of this.
Do you think there's a bit of a double standard at play?
Well, they wouldn't consider themselves Nazis, but there are definitely similarities in the things they're saying and the ways that some of them behave.
Yeah.
So
I want to be fair to both sides here in the sense
it's about actions, right? And if you're taking action that is defiling, other religions' beliefs and mosques and whatever it is, then you are.
Their argument
like
is,
a Nazi,
hey,
right?
we're Christians. The Muslims are disrespecting our religion and our children and our women and that sort of thing.
Those people wouldn't call themselves Nazis, right?
Sure.
So.
And you guys probably wouldn't call yourself like communists or
Well,
left.
exactly.
Yeah.
No. So, I mean, if they say fuck off commies, it doesn't affect me because I don't consider myself a communist.
Got it. Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much for sharing. That helps. We got the sign.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Let's look at one more film of a Japanese man, and he's just being told about the level of, or the fall of the ethnic British within London, and the level of below 40% now. In between that, we're going to just jump in with goat yoga.
白人の割合が 36.8？
はい、イギリス人のですね、
はい、いやもっと多いと思ってたから、パーセンテージって割合は少ないかなと僕は思いました。今聞いて
そうですね、より多いイメージありましたね。
60から70ぐらいあるかなと思ってました。
3分の1にまで減りましたらどう思いますか？
大変なことやなって、驚く、びっくりする。はい、
もしそうなったらポジティブと思いますか、もしくはネガティブと思いますか？
僕は古い考えはネガティブと思います。
なんでですか？
なんで？
So he's paused there at the why. He's like, why do I think it's negative if the ethnic indigenous population of a society is reduced to the minority? Why do I think that's a negative? And it's interesting. I think, if anything, this shows how compassionate the Japanese people are here, and how homogenous their society is. And it's an interesting one, isn't it? They're thinking of other people, and they're thinking, why would I be upset if my own race of people was reduced to a minority?
ですか。大阪でも結構旅行者、サイトシーイング観光で来ている人はええけど、住んでる人はそんなに多くないと思うんです。でだからどない言うか3割言うたらもう会う人がほとんどもう外国人の方になったら、日本って大丈夫かなって僕も古い人間やから。
Yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? It is very difficult, guys. I'll leave it there, to be fair. But look, it's definitely worth thinking about our own personal values and standards. What does it mean to be us? What does it mean to be in our society? And the only thing I could leave you with here is just trying to think, what you do, how you're represented to the outside world, what your actions matter, of course, because we're just the sum of each individual, aren't we? That's what the whole is. And unfortunately, if you allow, and I haven't got kids, so you might want to say, well, I'll allow my kids to hold signs like that and speak like that in public. But if you do, and if every kid did that, what kind of society would we have? If every person and every parent was so hypocritical as that woman was, again, without thinking through their arguments logically, what kind of society would we have? And arguably, the reason we have an issue with our society right now is precisely because of the people like that. Hey, take care out there, guys. Look after yourself. Tim Davies, Fast Ship Performance.